One of the fastest growing sports in Australia is chess. And a 10-year-old
I'm going to smack you.
is representing Australia on the world stage.
He's a huge talent, very impressive.
I don't know how to compare that, say, for example, music to Beethoven.
But how will this child genius stack up against the world's best juniors?
He have a lot of things to learn. He just played very fast and just missed a chance of winning.
Oh my God, Randy, what did you do? Now I'm losing.
Chess is a complicated game. 16 pieces, an infinite number of moves. For many, chess is the ultimate IQ test and teaches important life lessons.
Chess is very good for your discipline. You have to display patience. You have to be very, very persistent. But also, you have to fight against a little bit your fears and demons as well to be a really, really strong player.
Among the players here tonight is one of Australia's top juniors. Yifei Hu is already on his way to being a Grand Master.
This guy is young talent. He's one of the best in Australia at the moment, right?
Australia only has 12 Grand Masters, more than half of whom have migrant heritage, like Yifei's coach, Zongyuan Zhao.
I learned chess for 1 year in Beijing, China, and then is very much connected, I guess, to my story as an immigrant to Australia. Because when I came to Australia, I didn't speak too much English, and chess was a way for me to connect socially. And I kept working on it until I became a Grandmaster.
The most famous Grandmaster is American Bobby Fischer.
Now, for the first time, we're looking at Bobby Fischer, the man that 8 times has won the United States Open.
When he played Russia's Boris Spassky in 1972, it was dubbed the match of the century. Millions tuned in to watch the hours-long matches live on TV. 50 years later, young Australians went nuts over another chess TV event. The Queen's Gambit made the game seem cool and sophisticated, and has contributed to a recent spike in chess's popularity.
What should I say to the people?
Just say big hello.
Hello, I'm Yifei Hu. I'm 10 years old. I love chess a lot.
Yifei, do you want to tell me about your trophies?
Yeah, the best one is this one.
Why is that?
Because it's a perpetual trophy, so my name is engraved and then it'll be stay there permanently. The under 15 chess champion. And then this one's a bliss, the under 12. Got pretty smoothly, got 9 out of 9.
Yifei shows some natural inclination for chess. So for example, he has what I would suggest a very, very natural understanding of the games.
And there's the grave.
He displays remarkable confidence for someone so young. I don't know how to compare that, say, for example, music, for example, to Beethoven. There is some innate sense of what he needs to be doing in chess, and he can feel that.
Yifei's strong instincts give him a massive advantage over his peers. And he knows it.
It makes you so powerful. Even they're so winning, when I offer a draw, for example, they're still going to accept it because they know I'm really powerful and they're very scared.
It's clear that Yifei sees chess as more than just a tabletop game.
So chess is kind of a battlefield. You have to draw your army and then you place them wherever the battlefield. You need help from other pieces, support. Pawns, they fight against each other, and the kings, they battle each other, they capture pieces. So, for example, he's trying to light TNT and throw it to me, but I put a wall. Then he grabs more TNT and then throws it at the wall and then throws at me. Hey Bear, say something. I guess he doesn't want to say anything. Okay, so let's continue.
Yifei's next battle is taking place in the Netherlands at the Under-16 World Youth Olympiad. He'll be the youngest player at the tournament.
It's like my dream has come true to compete on the international stage with my friends.
What do you want to do in the Netherlands apart from play chess?
I want to have ice cream.
How are you guys feeling about that trip? Is it going to be okay?
Yeah, it will be quite exciting, but it will be always a nervous trip. I think every day I'm just going to wandering around outside of the tournament.
He does seem very calm for an overseas tournament. It's his first time, right? He seems very relaxed.
It is his first time.
That's
Are
right.
you guys more nervous than he is?
Then we get that sort of anxiety. What about if he didn't do well? I mean, that's how I feel. And then I get a bit more pressure. And then that pressure will back on him.
Where do you think that pressure comes from?
Maybe it's our culture background, and you know we don't learn to fail, I guess. You know, every time when you put time and effort, you just want to go and smash it, whether it's exam or whatever you do, you just want to get the top. That's the mentality, you know.
But in this tournament, Yifei's not fighting alone. He'll be in a team with Australia's top junior players.
It's a great honour to be able to represent. It's not everyone get the opportunities to compete on the international stage. Itself already an achievement.
It's a great shirt. Wow, let me have a look. You got your name here, and also Australia flag is on your shirt. Let's fight and get a good result.
The FIDE World Youth Under-16 Chess Olympiad is a prestigious annual event. It's taking place in Eindhoven, a tech hub of the Netherlands.
I'm super excited to be commentating on this event. I've seen the players today and they're pretty young. And it's really awesome to see young talents representing the national teams participate in such a huge event.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you feel old, right? When you walk into playing online,
Yes.
you're like, ah, right, yeah.
Pretty much.
Many see these international chess tournaments as a global IQ competition. A battle of the brains. Australia has sent 2 teams to compete, and guiding them through it is coach Zongyuan Zhao.
1, 2, 3, Australia!
There are 9 rounds, and teams are competing for the highest number of match wins. With 67 teams, Australia has some stiff competition.
Chess is not that sponsored in Kenya. We usually have to pay for ourselves to go to international tournaments.
What can you gain from being a chess champion?
I think I can gain scholarships, and also I can help others with my talent.
It gives us publicity that's quite good, that could open up doors in education, in the educational sector of our lives.
For other countries, it's national pride that's at stake.
Mit érzel, mikor arra gondolsz, hogy Magyarországot képviseled külföldön?
Ez nekem egy óriási megtiszteltetés, hogy Magyarországot képviselhetem, és hát igen, és motiváció is egyben számomra.
Melyik a legerősebb csapat itt?
Én a kínaiakat mondanám, hiszen szerintem ők is fogják megnyerni a versenyt.
就是我喜欢看这种比赛的时候战斗的感觉，还有就是在困难的时候怎么去不被挫折打败的这种感觉，还有就是我觉得优秀选手毅力非常重要，就是在。
For Team Australia, the goal is to play on the top floor of the tournament.
The top floor is reserved for the top 11 boards, so the top 22 teams currently in the tournament.
So is the goal to get to the top floor, maybe?
The goal is definitely to get to the top floor and stay there.
Today, Yifei is facing off against one of the few players close to his age. With minutes before the start, he's a little restless.
I'm gonna get myself a drink of water.
How are you feeling about this game? Do you think that you could win? Yifei is flanked by his 16-year-old teammates. On the top-rated board is Rebo, Regan on board 2, and Chao Sin on board 4. Play is about to begin.
I think it's 4 o'clock again, so please start your games.
And once it kicks off, it's silence on the floor. Yifei is moving quickly and confidently. But in an unexpected turn, he loses his queen. "20 minutes in, he promotes a pawn into a new queen. And seconds later,
I moved my queen to deliver checkmate. And he just blundered. He blundered a whole exchange. Rook b1, queen ca. Okay, bishop h3, f5 is the move.
Yifei has just finished his game with Cyprus, and he's so excited about his win that he's showing his opponent all of the moves they made. But I'm not sure that this kid's very comfortable with having his mistakes pointed out to him.
Did you think of queen d7? Okay, I'll just take it as a yes. That was so quick. I didn't expect that quick. Want to play a friendly game? It was like a really smooth game. Like, he never stood a chance.
even at an international competition, Yifei visualizes his matches in a unique way.
It was kind of like a clash because like when the pawns charge against each other, it's like they're fighting.
When you picture the army, can you describe what that looks like?
They're kind of like using swords, using like dual swords, like it's like sometimes like magic, like for example like a hammer, like for example a pawn comes and then you hit them and get a home run. Get a home run.
Back at the hotel, the team is celebrating their wins across the board.
We won 4-0 in the afternoon against Cyprus. So everyone's 100% today from Team 1. Great feeling. And we're nearly on to the top boards, so just one more 4-0 and I'll be happy. Do you still want the ice cream?
Is it chocolate?
Only if you win.
Is it chocolate?
Only if you win.
After dinner, they still can't get enough, and the whole team is practicing their skills.
This is a game of transfer between two teams. So basically one side is taking pieces and giving it to their partner.
You practice playing aggressively and attacking.
You can challenge yourself to think quickly, you can look at patterns.
Queen!
You can also try to beat each other in Yifei's case, very important.
Wait, use the queen.
I did!
Just being very competitive.
With Yifei around, these games quickly turn into absolute chaos.
Oh my god.
No, Rihanna can't. Rihanna can't.
I don't even know what's what.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
If you win, you go to the tournament.
Yeah, she's so terrible. She doesn't know what to do. You need to tap your clock.
Yifei is definitely building confidence here,
I win easily. I won!
and his teammates are copping a few strays.
You're the dumbest teammate ever. Why did you
He's very naughty, and I always call him a little monkey.
new rule? 100% Reba Controid.
He's naughty is because he don't know the line beyond what is correct joke, what it is. Sometimes he just hurting us like for accident. Maybe he just wants to is funny.
Despite Yifei's naughty moments, team leader Rebo has taken him under his wing.
I think he is very young. I want to let him know he's the greatest at his age in Australia. Hopefully I can teach him some useful chess skill because he is the future of Australia.
As the strongest player on the team, Rebo has some lessons to impart.
He have a lot of things to learn.
Oh my god, Randy, what did you do? Now I'm losing.
He need to take more time to think in some critical position.
I told you to give me a knight and then you refused to.
He just play very fast and technically just miss a chance of winning.
Oh my god, I lost.
I see, I won.
The tournament is now in full swing, and this morning, a lot of teams are strategizing before their next round.
Listen to me, please listen to me. We're playing safe, passive game.
For many teams, there's a lot at stake.
For a lot of the smaller countries, chess is a way for them to get recognition on the international stage. I actually know some countries have given 16-year-olds like a house for getting a certain result, and that's a big deal in some countries because there are some people living there who don't get a house their whole lives. So it's really big for a teenager to win a car, win a house, and their parents, support their whole family. So it's a big deal for them.
After yesterday's win, Team Australia looks confident as they take on Estonia. But outside, Yifei's dad is nervously pacing.
This is the first time they are playing with quite a strong team, and hopefully they are doing their best. Keep on moving forward. The reason I get me nervous is that, we still try to get him have a good result. Not maybe for himself this time a little bit different because it's Olympia. It's also represent Australia. So I like to him be able to win, helping contribute the whole result of the Australian team.
But he emerges sooner than expected.
Dad, I lost.
What happened?
I don't remember where I went wrong.
Did that feel sad?
Yes.
With just a few more games to go, Yifei's worried he's set the team back.
They're going to be wondering why. How did you lose? They'll be angry, like, how did you miss that? We have to try to win all of our games, so then we can go forward and hopefully be on the top floor.
You really want to be on the top floor, huh?
Yeah, it's really good.
What's going to make you feel better?
Winning.
Is there anything else that would cheer you up?
No.
The young champion isn't used to the disappointment that comes with losing. It seems there is only one thing left to do.
Can you see us, hear us?
Call Mum.
Yeah? So what happened?
I lost.
It's okay. Just do well next round.
Yeah.
So how are you? How do you feel? Was it a tough game?
Yeah.
So just next round, make sure that you actually manage your time a little bit better. Is that okay?
Okay.
It's okay. I mean, things happen. Don't worry about it. Whatever happens, happens.
How to handle losses is one of the biggest challenges in chess. I know some really talented players left the chess world because they couldn't handle losses. It was too big a stumbling block, and sometimes their livelihoods actually depended on it. It wouldn't be the case for Yifei, but it's a big part of being a top player is how to handle a loss as well.
The team has to dust off and get ready for the second round of the day against Lithuania.
So it will be a good game.
You ready for this game?
Yeah.
Who are you playing?
I don't know.
Playing on board 4, Chao Xin has been paired with another girl.
Start White's clock.
Girls tend to be lower rated than boys because a lot of boys like to play chess, and I guess it makes girls feel like boys are better or like they feel like out of place. Like sometimes you can feel like that. And when you get older, a lot of girls will like stop playing chess because the amount of girls that play chess are decreasing, and then that's why the boys are better.
The majority of girls at this tournament are playing on the lowest ranking board. But women face challenges well into the professional scene. Only 7% of active Australian players in the World Chess Federation are female. There's just one in the top 10 players in the world.
There are major barriers for girls, unfortunately, to play chess as a professional. There's a big disparity in the prize money on the professional circuits, so that's something that chess has to hopefully change, like tennis, into the future.
Despite the challenges women face in chess, Chao Sin has scored another win for the team.
I'm just very, very happy. My score here has shown me that I have the potential to make the women's team in the future. And that makes me feel really, I guess being also here and playing so many good people and seeing so many games has also made me feel really inspired.
Meanwhile, Yifei heeded the lessons from coach and mum and came out with a draw. Australia now has enough points to head to the top floor.
You're going to be dead soon. Oh yeah.
Team Australia is now on the home stretch, with just 2 more games to play at the World Youth Olympiad.
Reba, I'm going to get you badly.
After yesterday's win against Lithuania, Australia is now playing on the top floor.
Come on. It's fun. Upstairs than downstairs. Way funner. You know what's the best thing ever? You don't even look down.
They're among the top 22 of 67 teams in the competition. And Yifei is attracting some attention.
Yifei Hu is playing board number 3, only 10 years old, and he actually has his own camera crew.
He's a huge talent. He has crossed 2,000 in classical rating, which is very impressive. Usually Australians do not play much outside of the country, so it's really awesome to see him play in such a big event.
Let's go outside and calm ourselves.
Some of the team are celebrating a little early.
How dare you! How dare you eat ice cream! We all have to do hard work. You get ice cream. That's cheating. Go down, get his ice cream.
I'm not going to steal his ice cream.
Calm down.
That's mean.
Calm
Are we
down.
going downstairs?
It's 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll go.
For this top floor game, Australia is playing against Canada.
No, it's not looking like an army. I need to adjust this site.
And Wei is offering some last-minute advice.
Yes, I know. I know. 哎呦，你别说了，我要 relax. I heard you're a pretty good player. No, I just looked at your chess results.
Whoever told you that is lying to you.
Yeah, also, maybe I should not have said that. Look. I'm feeling a bit worried because he probably has more strength than me. I get a chance, but it's kind of slim.
But with an infinite number of moves, chess can be unpredictable.
We made one surprising move and I just suddenly realized I just blundered a pawn. That was like the turning point. I was just losing after.
Against a tough competitor, the game did not go Yifei's way.
We're going to lose because I lost.
I blundered a pawn. I forgot there was discovery. Bruh.
How did you blunder the pawn?
I forgot there was a discover check. No, because if I take, then he has a discover attack.
You can't miss something like that, Yifei.
I know, that was embarrassing.
But he's learning important lessons about time management and strategy. Skills which teammate Sin is putting into action on board 4.
She's completely winning.
Oh my god!
In an extremely close match, Sin ends up with a draw, earning valuable points for Australia. and the whole team is ready to bounce back for the final round of the tournament. For this last match, Australia is up against England.
I'm a bit nervous because my opponent is quite young and she is also higher rated than me, but since it's the last game, I want to give it my all and go for a win.
For Yifei, it'll be a final test of his patience and perseverance. Up against a higher rated and much older player, Yifei is carefully considering every move. For the first time, Yifei's game is one of the longest. And he's not the only one feeling the pressure.
Since it's a team event, you always want to try and do well for the team.
So, how did the game go?
I drew.
Were you surprised?
Yeah, I was like in the worst position. And then I just somehow flipped it around.
Yifei proved he can come back from a loss and apply coach's lessons. Chao Xin came out with an even better result.
In the last round, I had a bit of a tough match. Luckily, I was able to win, and that really saved our team because if I had drawn or lost, then we would have lost the game.
The team is proud of how they represented Australia amongst international chess powerhouses.
And now it's time for our winners of the Youth Olympiad. Which team was the best in the past few days?
But there was one country that swept the floor.
In first place, Team China!
After the medal ceremony, there's still one thing to check off on Yifei's list.
Ice cream! This competition has helped me to know where I need to improve my skills.
Okay, your ice cream. Enjoy.
So there's still a long journey for me. But my goal is to become a grandmaster, and I think I'll become a grandmaster at the age of 14. I'm a movie star, get too.